Welcome to Culture Lore, where we dive into the wild, weird, and utterly unhinged shifts in modern culture. Today, we're exploring Nintendo Switch 2's greedy gamble, Nintendo's high-stakes bet that you'll shell out your life savings for their new console, all while dodging a tariff tornado like it's a Zelda boss battle gone wrong. With a $450 console, $90 games, and a pre-order delay blamed on trade wars, Nintendo is holding a mirror up to our hype-obsessed, nostalgia-focused world. So buckle up, lore lords. This one's got more drama than a Smash Bros. Match with a younger sibling. Let's start with the sticker shock. The Switch 2 launches at $449.99, $150 more than the original Switch back in 2017. While not outrageous, in today's modern economy, it's definitely a major hit to the wallet. As for games, forget the days of $60 cartridges. Mario Kart World is screeching in with an $80 price tag, and Zelda Remaster bundles are hitting $90, all while selling physical keycards, their words, not mine, that still require digital downloads to play. Don't even get me started on the paid pack in-game. Want a camera for streaming? That's $55 extra. Joy-Con 2 controllers? That'll be $95. By the time you're fully equipped, you've dropped enough coin to buy a used warp pipe to the Mushroom Kingdom. Fans are furious. Nintendo Treehouse streams have been flooded with hours of drop the price comments, and the term Nintendo tax is trending everywhere. Die-hard fans say the company's milking hype harder than a rare Pokemon event. The original Switch was a steal. At $300, it was a hybrid console for everyone. This feels a lot more like grand larceny, and the fans are the victims. Then there's the pre-order fiasco. Nintendo had planned to start US pre-orders on April 9th, 2025, but pulled them just days before the announcement, citing the need to assess the impacts of tariffs and evolving market conditions, placing the blame on Trump and his new tariffs on Vietnam and China, where most of the Switch 2 components are made. Suddenly, it's market condition this, trade war that, and the fans are split. Some cry tariff war, while others smell the distinct odor of corporate bullshit. Either way, there was no new pre-order date in sight until weeks after the announcement.
Meanwhile,
UK pre-orders went live, and scalpers are already flipping consoles on eBay for over $600, like they're hawking rare, complete in-box copies of Earthbound. Now, Nintendo is trying to fight these scalpers with a new invite-only program. Potential buyers must have a Nintendo Switch Online membership for at least a year, opt into sharing gameplay data, and log at least 50 hours of play. But this first-come, first-served system based on brand loyalty isn't really stopping the chaos. Fans are screaming fix this, while refreshing retail sites like they're button-mashing their way through a Mario Party minigame. It's not just Nintendo's fault though. It's modern culture's hype economy, where missing a launch makes you the outcast who failed the FOMO check. The tariff excuse? It sounds plausible. Trade wars do jack up costs. But why was the price already $450 to begin with, before the tariffs even took effect? Especially when companies had months of advance notice. Nintendo themselves have openly been preparing for tariffs since 2019, moving some of their factories out of China to get ahead of the coming storm. To many fans, it seems like Nintendo's playing hide and seek with the truth, using global politics as a get-out-of-jail-free card. So why is this all blowing up? Nintendo's always been the fun uncle of gaming, quirky, approachable, and endlessly creative. It's the brand that prioritizes joy, family-friendly fun, and innovation over raw technical power. But this Switch 2 saga has fans rethinking their loyalty. $450 is a steep price to pay, especially when PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X consoles are in the same ballpark, while offering superior graphical performance. Game prices are now higher than ever, yet Nintendo continues its strict no-discount policy, even for games a half-decade old. Mario Kart for $80? That's not a race. That's highway robbery. And the tariff delay? It just adds fuel to the fire. So much so that Nintendo recently announced that all accessory prices will see a slight increase, while hinting at a possible console price hike in the near future. Fans are already joking about a $600 Mario Kart bundle, and the memes have taken off on social media. The backlash isn't just about the price though. Nintendo was the everyman's console for kids, parents, grandparents, and especially broke students. It feels like a cultural betrayal, and the frustration is mounting, leaving fans wondering if the fun uncle isn't starting to feel a lot more like the drunk uncle. Unpredictable, out of touch, and making everyone question if this family gathering is still worth it.
Why are you the way that you are?
So where does this leave us? Nintendo's betting big on you paying a premium for their new console. A bigger screen, 120 frames per second, and Mario in glorious high definition. But with that $450 console price tag, $90 games, a camera you never asked for, and the looming shift to digital-only titles via new game keycards, fans are left feeling like the Wii U, PS3, and Xbox One just had a baby. The tariff delay is a real wild card that could sting, sure, but Nintendo's radio silence on pre-orders and pricing was questionable in itself. But you have to give it to them. They've got us culturally figured out, banking on your nostalgia, your fear of missing out, and your love of Nintendo's iconic first-party characters, hoping you'll pay whatever they ask on day one. Has Nintendo become so massive that anti-consumer practices are the new normal, squeezing fans for every dollar? Or are they just caught up in a trade war with no good moves left? One thing's for sure, this isn't the Nintendo that gave us the Wii for cheap. This is a new level of perceived corporate greed, and it's brutal. Well, that's a wrap for today's Culture Lore. Nintendo's Switch 2 isn't just a pricey console, it's a snapshot of modern culture, where nostalgia's a cash grab, hype hijacks joy, and fan rage rarely amounts to anything. Would you pay $500 for a Switch 2? Or is Nintendo pricing you out? Drop your take in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Stay curious, stay unique, and I'll catch you in the next one.